Hey, what's up everyone? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and for this review we're going to be looking at my custom Deathstroke. This is an original design by me. My customer said he wanted to use an imported figure, like Figma or DArt or whatever, as the base body, and we decided on using the Figma Cobra because it's kind of a blank body, and he told me to have at it pretty much. He said he wanted blue and orange and black and make whatever I wanted, so this is what I came up with. I like to call it Warzone Deathstroke or something like that because he looks like he's been through the mill a little bit. He's got some bullet pock marks, a lot of bullet pock marks, and some scratches and stuff on his armor, quite a bit, but I think it fits the character pretty well, like he just got done fighting through 100 guys or something like that. And so as far as paint goes, the underbody is all black, and then the orange parts are dry brushed orange with like a gunmetal kind of wash going on top. All of the silver parts are obviously silver, and then the blue is dry brushed a dark blue. The orange and the blue are both custom mixes, so I got it exactly the way I wanted it. And everything you see is sculpted, really. I mean, I didn't sculpt the fingers or the under parts, but every bit of armor that you see is sculpted. All of the scratch marks and bullet marks are sculpted. It's all hand painted. The helmet is all hand sculpted, 100% original sculpt there, including the face under the mask. The only thing I didn't sculpt is the actual eyeball, and I'll explain why in a second, but everything else is sculpted 100% original. I guess I should tell you how tall he is. He stands just about 6.5 inches tall when he's fully upright, so he will fit in with the DC Universe Classics scale figures, Marvel Legends, whatever you want to put him in with. Well, not you, because this is a commission, but whatever my customer wants. Although I believe we're going to be doing a Batman to go with this guy, so that would be fitting. But either way, he fits in. He's 6-inch scale pretty much. What I did for the sculpting was I just kept making, I did each panel one at a time, and I broke it down to, what was it, like 56 individual pieces, I think, and then just kept sculpting on top of those individual pieces once I had it taken apart. And one of the reasons there's so many pieces is there are 12 different hands for this guy also, so I sculpted all of the armor on the hands. So that was a little bit tedious, but I think it was worth it because we have all kinds of different hands. We have open hands, well, you can see here we have open hands and semi-gripping hands and fists and pretty much anything we want, trigger fingers. Anything you want to do with this guy, you'll be able to get done. He even has a hand for holding a lighter, which is part of the base figure, but it was kind of fitting for this guy. So he has a lighter, which actually comes out of the hand there. But that lighter is handy because he also has a cigar. And as you can see here, he has an alternate head. So there's his cigar in his mouth, which is removable. So the alternate head is pretty much the original base figure, Figma Cobra, but I sculpted a patch on there, and obviously I repainted it, and I sculpted a goatee. And this is kind of like a young version of Deathstroke, so that's why this head worked well enough. And we were going for an anime style, so the head was pretty much exactly what we needed. So I just painted it up a little bit, and there you have it. Now, one thing people might remember from my review on the Figma Cobra is that you can take the head apart, use this little tool right here. Come on, focus camera. So you can use this little tool, and you can actually position the eye however you want. So that's a really, really cool feature. I've never seen that on any other figure other than this in the 6-inch scale. So that's really nice. So before I put the eye patch on though, I plucked out the other eyeball. You might be wondering what I did with it. If you aren't too quick on the uptake, I used it for this head, which my customer didn't know I was going to do, so he was pretty happy about that. And the cool thing about this head is I made it come apart as well. So you can take the head apart and you can position the eye inside the mask. So I was really happy with how that turned out. And it's quite a nice display feature because you can get them to do whatever you want, look extra mean or not. Pretty cool, I think. So you can just pop that head on and off however you want, and you get some pretty nice posability out of that because the eye movement is really telling on a figure, I think, or not on a figure, but on any person. Like in the movies, watch an actor's eyes. It gives you a lot of what their emotion is. So having eye movement on an action figure really helps the posing, I think. So I was considerably excited when I realized I could do that on this guy. So same thing with this head, you know, that you can pose the eye however you want, and it just increases the playability, posability, fun factor of the figure. So there's that. Like I said, the eye patch and goatee was sculpted. Everything on this was sculpted. I kind of lost track of what I was talking about, so sorry I'm kind of bouncing around here. Really enjoyed making this figure, so I'm going to ramble a little bit probably. But oh, and he does have some great parts I added to the armor, just to break it up a little bit. Dark gray there, and just some light gray throughout. So as far as articulation goes, I'm not going to go through everything with you, so this video is not super long, but you can go back and check the Figma figure. It has all the same articulation as that guy. Like I said, 12 different hands. As far as weapons go, we have the long katana there. I also have the shorter version of it. I believe that's called a wakizashi. So I have that for him as well. He's got this staff back here. And the thing about the katana and the staff holders, I didn't want them to be full size, obviously, so when you take them off, they're nice and condensed. But they also have little rubber pieces inside to make sure the grip on the weapon is nice and firm, but you can still get it out. Then he has a rifle, little orange detailing, the revolver that the original guy came with, repainted that, of course, standard pistol, semi-automatic, and a machine pistol. Come on, focus. Again, there's orange detailing, and I put little red optics for the scope. Little translucent pearlescent red, dark red, for that one and that one, just to give it a little bit more realism. And I think that probably pretty much covers it. I'm not really sure what else to talk about, so that does it for him, I think. Oh, he also comes with the Figma Stand that the original guy came with, and I left the whole usable in the back, right in there, and that way you can get him in some jumping poses or cool attack poses, whatever you want to do. I really think this head belongs on the figure just a little bit better. I think the helmeted head is pretty cool. Oh, for that stripe, in case some of you are wondering, I didn't just freehand it. That would be possible but quite difficult. So what I did was, after I got all the sculpt done, obviously, I just taped it off. I painted it with using masking tape, and that actually worked pretty well for this guy. Usually masking tape bleeds a lot, but if you do it right and use the proper technique, it's not too bad. So that's how I did that. Alright guys, I'll stop rambling about this guy. Let me know what you think in the comment section below, and I guess that's it. So stay tuned for more custom figures, other figure reviews, and other good stuff, and in the meantime, keep collecting.